there's all sorts of so let's just take those scenarios. So somebody's having a hard time and they might be facing bankruptcy or foreclosure. How can you use send out cards? It's the opposite of a bulk mailing.
Sure.
How can you use it?
Welcome to the Jennifer J. Hammond Podcast. Jennifer is a licensed realtor, educator, speaker, and best-selling author. Jennifer's goal is to help you find your yay in every day.
Hello. This is Jennifer J. Hammond, and I'm so excited. I have Sean Barklow here with Send Out Cards. Oh my gosh, he has all sorts of awards and titles, and I'm not even going to go through all of the amazing things about Sean. If you don't know Sean, you need to know Sean. But he's here today to talk to us real estate investors. Those of us real estate investors, we are so familiar with bulk mailing, Sean. And so I want to talk today about how important being able to send out an individual card as a real estate. Like, for instance, one of the things real estate investors do is that we're trying to find somebody who is thinking about selling their house, but they're not selling it necessarily through a real estate agent. So these are the people who might maybe be in a hard time, like facing foreclosure, or they're having a bankruptcy. These are things, unfortunately, are very public. They're in our public records when somebody is starting to struggle. And, obviously, it would be lovely to be able to go knock on their door. Sometimes they're not going to answer because they're a little bit afraid of who the heck you are. And they've got debt collectors coming after them. Right. But also there's all sorts of so let's just take those scenarios. So somebody's having a hard time and they might be facing bankruptcy or foreclosure. How can you use send out cards? It's the opposite of a bulk mailing.
Sure.
How can you use it?
Well, probably the first thing that popped into my mind is taking a picture of their house in their current state. Now, I moved to Florida just a couple of years ago, so came from Columbus, Ohio. The funniest thing is when you get a card and it's July, and they took it from the auditor's website, and there's snow on the ground. They're like, right. Well, that's not real current. But taking maybe a picture of their current house and just on the back say, I would love to chat with you. What you should talk about. It's not like help, but I really love to help you. Love to have a conversation, see what we can do for you. Those types of things where it's really personalized. It's their picture of their house and your personal message to them, which you could do really quickly. Secondly, if you want to dig
let me talk about that a little bit more. So one thing about that is, as real estate agents, as real estate investors, one of the things that we do is we drive around. We call it driving for dollars. And so you just said now, and with send out cards now, because there's an app for that. Absolutely. Like everything else in the world, there's an app for that. You could be sitting in front of somebody's house. You look at it, you've already researched, this is somebody who hasn't paid the last 3 months of the mortgage. You can snap a picture on your phone, and from your phone, you could send a postcard to them, and it literally be done in less than 5 minutes, the whole cycle, while you're sitting in front of them. So if you go out driving for dollars, you could stop in front of multiple homes and send them an individual personal, not only of their house, their actual house, but an actual personalized message to them saying, hey, I'm here to help. If you're ever thinking about selling and you're interested in having a conversation, I'm somebody who's interested.
And you know what? You can even do a selfie in front of their house. I know that might sound creepy, but at least it puts your face
you're real
to your message. Hey, I was here, and you're right. Take it, sit in your car, write your message. You probably already have their information because you're in front of their house. Put it in, hit send, and you're on to your next one, all probably within 5 minutes.
And the thing is I know you know the answer to this, but Sean, what do you think? I mean, would you answer a bulk postcard that you got before, or would you answer a personalized postcard or card that you got that had a message that seemed more personal?
Let me think about that. Yeah. Probably the personalized one, because you're not the only one probably sending them the bulk mail. Yeah. I mean, if they're on a list or, you're not the only one driving around. So they probably may have gotten 10 in their mailbox, where if you send one and, like you said, you can do a postcard like that, or you can do the same one flat card, but this would go in an envelope.
Right.
So, the personalized one, I would probably, if I was going to reach out, I would reach out to that more than the 10 bulk people that I got that are trying to help me. So.
Right. And so second, before we again run out of time, sure. So another way that a real estate investor could utilize send out cards
Clients, Sphere, just those two would just be staying top of mind with them. I came from the mortgage world, and I did every month and a half, I would do cards to my clients, and I always got deals. If you got clients that want to do real estate or have bought from you or want to sell, and they hang around people that are like-minded, so you're dropping a card every other month to all your clients, and you're going to get business out of that. I mean, hard to guarantee everything, but it really is. I mean, I got deals every time I sent a card to my clients. I got mortgages, and it wasn't always from my clients. It was a neighbor they were talking to, or a friend they were talking to, or a coworker. So that's how you can individual or do the bulk sends as well.
And I think it's really important, as real estate investors, so often they overlook their own sphere and their own friends. And I think that it's important to remember you can send out, even if you're just sending out a couple cards a day to people, or if that seems overwhelming, to pick once a week. And
Right.
That's the day that you're going to sit on your phone and go click, 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 click. And you're just going to send out some cards. And it can make such an impact in a way that, again, I feel like even a text message and even a phone call can feel intrusive, and somebody be like, whoa, that's just too much. But when you get a postcard and it's individualized in a way, it gives you a moment to pause, and you might think, oh, you know what? My neighbor was just asking about a, real estate investor, or somebody to buy, or a mortgage lender, or somebody. Again, you just have to remember that it's really important to have that special touch, and not to be just, nobody likes to be one of the mass, right?
No, not at all. And how about just thank yous to people that have helped you along the way?
Yeah.
I mean, there are stories upon stories that people that just do thank you cards every day that have increased their business, and their business is all referral based because of that, just a thank you card that nobody does anyway, so just a thank you card, and not mixing the message.
No.
Thank you is a thank you.
Yeah. Not thank you. Now give me something.
Oh, by the way, no.
No. It's really, and I appreciate you saying that too, because I think so often we forget to keep saying thank you, even when, like, I was just the other day, I was thinking about how much deep gratitude I have for someone I knew years ago. And I realized I don't think I ever really made him realize. I said thank you quick, but I don't think he really understood it. And I was just thinking about that, writing a card to him to just say, you really made a difference in my life when I needed some advice, and I want to thank you. And I think that kind of stuff, just putting it out there in the universe, I think makes the world a better place.
Absolutely. Yep.
And that's one of my favorite things about send out cards. Every time you send one, it says, thank you for making the world a better place.
And you do.
So that's for real estate investors. I want to tell you, send out cards. I can't speak highly enough about it. As I said, if you're interested in finding out more, just, let us know. Both of us are in the business, and we're interested in making sure you have all the success you need. And really, send out cards is just such a magical and quick way to make sure you're staying in touch and making sure your intention is out there of gratitude. So,
Absolutely.
Sean,
thank you. I appreciate you having me.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So we're going to do it again. So
all right.
Every thing I always say, please raise your voice and say yay with me, okay? 3, 2, 1.
Yay!